At the start now for the Town Challenge Cup. Stanford University, USA, up against Waikato from New Zealand. Stanford, a little steering correction required here. Hopefully Waikato can stay on their line. Oh, great steering there from Waikato. It is difficult coming under those trees. We see a lot of crews get a bit spooked as they come past the island. It can be a bit disconcerting when you're trying to get your steering right, but they've done a great job.
Yeah, definitely on the straight and narrow Waikato. But Stanford, this is 4 of the girls who won the NCAAs in the Varsity 8. So arguably 4 of the strongest collegiate athletes in the world. And showing that here. Waikato, no slouches. They were New Zealand club champions, I think. But at the moment, not really having the answers for whatever Stanford are laying down.
And as we move up to Fawley here, Stanford University from the USA has been able to increase their lead. You can see there from the live vision now. Stanford looking really relaxed, dominating this race.
Yeah, Stanford sort of the dark horses for this Town Challenge Cup for open women's coxless fours. All the pre-regatta chat has been about Helen Glover racing in the GB4, but don't rule out this Stanford crew. They've come here with an intention to try and rattle the cage of the British, and often we have seen the very best of the American collegiate programs come and actually be very competitive with national teams.
And these are international athletes. Annika Jeffrey in the 2-seat of Stanford. She was the under-19 world champion in the US women's coxed 4 last year and 2023 NCAA champion in the Varsity 8. And in the stroke seat, Louise Bachmann, she was the under-23 silver medalist in 2021 in the quad for Germany, and also, of course, NCAA champion. So these are international standard athletes. And like you say, Tom, dark horses.
Sometimes I read the CVs of some of the athletes in this calibre of event, and it is honestly comical. The quality that Henley Royal Regatta attracts. And actually, I think Stanford University coming here, they've got a crew in the town, they've got a crew in the island for women's student 8. And I think, Sarah, it is because of the introduction of so many more women's events to the rosters that at Stanford University, who have swept all before them on the collegiate scene in 2023, they wouldn't even have considered coming here if it weren't for the introduction of events that allow them to compete at the very highest level at Henley.
And we get a great shot down into the boat here of the Waikato crew. Justine Hobbs, Sophie Egnott-Johnson, Holly Mills, Isabel Elidas Watson. A really, really strong club women's program in New Zealand. As you said, Tom, club champions. They were looking at trying to bring an 8 over, which would be brilliant. It would be great to see Waikato come and compete in the club women's 8 in future years, but for now, fantastic to see them here with a crew in the Town Challenge Cup. But a very difficult ask to come up against this incredibly strong crew from Stanford University.
Henley Royal Regatta is about stories, and once you've raced here, you have a story to tell. And these girls from Waikato can go back to New Zealand and they can relay what they've experienced, the incredible atmosphere, the amazing racing, just the calibre of opposition that they've come up against. And they can hopefully cultivate a following and bring back an 8 next year in the Wargrave Challenge Cup to contest, because we would love to see them there. But no, I mean, look, the 4 girls in this crew, Justine Hobbs was at the Under-23 World Championships rowing in a single for Zimbabwe in 2021. All 4 of them have experience at Under-23 World Championship level, so no slouches at all, but this Stanford crew just a class above. Waikato not giving up there, but you can see in the background, Stanford, that rate has dropped right down. They did all the running early doors. They managed to shut things down pretty quickly, got out to a comfortable lead. And as we fade away see there, the stewards' enclosure starting to fill up here. A fairly overcast Friday morning, but it's all about Stanford University.
And it will be great to see Stanford and who they match up against in tomorrow's race, and see this crew really start to stretch their legs and see what they're capable of.
Rate hasn't dropped from Waikato. They're still plugging away. But look, Friday morning's not a bad time to go out. Shower, change, come back for a bit of lunch on Friday and enjoy the rest of the regatta. And hopefully, as I say, have those stories to tell when these women go back to New Zealand. And hopefully we'll see them again in future years competing here on the Henley stretch.
And maintain their comfortable lead.
As they come down to the line, it's been a very comfortable road for Stanford University from the USA. But well done to Waikato. Confirmation of that result in the town. Stanford University beating Waikato Rowing Club from New Zealand.